Hello, my dear friends. I am Jyotirvid Pawan Kumar. Friends, day by day, life is becoming more and more mechanical. By that I mean that we don't have time for ourselves. All the time, most of the people, they're busy in worldly matters. Don't have time, even 10 minutes, 15 minutes for their own development, spiritual development. So, what is the purpose of this life? Are we meant to be just slave to material achievements, material possessions, earning, accumulating wealth? Are we satisfied? Are we contented with all this? No. I meet a lot of people who are very successful in the worldly sense. They earned a lot and they are having good status in life. They have everything except contentment, true happiness, bliss. They are far, far from it. So then what is the purpose of spending all your time in material pursuits when they fail to give you for what you are doing everything? They fail to give you true happiness, peace of mind. Spend some time, think over it. If you are satisfied, fully satisfied with your life, then it's okay. Don't bother what I am saying. You don't have to pay any attention to what I am saying. But if in spite of all your worldly pursuits, having good education, having a good career, good income, good family, relationships, but even then, in your heart, you feel dissatisfaction. You are not truly happy. Even in spite of all your efforts, you are unable to enjoy life in the true sense. Occasional pleasures, okay, fine. If you have money, you can have occasional pleasures. You can party around, you can go visit places and all that, have a world tour, right? But are you truly satisfied with your life? Do you really feel contented? If not, then whatever I am going to tell you in this video is meant for you. See, our basic mistake is that we think we are this physical body and mind, and all the troubles of this life are either in this physical body or mind, right? But you have to live in this body, you have to have this mind. So what you can do? Vivekananda, when he went to the West, he was in America around about the year 1893, I think. He went to USA and he stayed there for a time. He visited other places in Europe as well. In America, once he asked a person came to him for something, and Vivekananda said, if only you know what really you are, all your troubles will vanish. We hear that we are Brahman, we are God. Vedanta says, Advaitavad, that Tat Tvam Asi, Aham Brahmasmi. We are that ultimate reality, consciousness, pure consciousness. We are not neither this body nor mind. So we are eternal. We hear that. You may read it. But then it doesn't become part of your life. So your life doesn't change. In spite of this truth contained in our Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutras, this ultimate truth is there, that you are that, Tat Tvam Asi. But until our ignorance is removed, until we realize this knowledge, this information has to be realized. And there is difference between just learning, knowing and realization. For realization, it's a lifelong job, you see. It may happen in a couple of days, months or years, depends how much sattva guna you have, what efforts you did in your previous lives. It takes time, but it is possible. And for that, you need to do pranayama to enable your mind to concentrate, to focus. Normally, when we are busy with the material pursuits, our mind gets scattered. It is unable to focus. Right? And a focused mind, a mind which is capable of concentration, will have greater success even in material pursuits. The difference between a successful person and a failure is the difference between the degree of concentration a person can put in whatever that person is doing. So it is possible, but until you realize this. Now the mistake is that we think we are just physical body and mind, and okay, fine, we hear that we need spiritual development, but we don't have time for that. While the truth is other way around. We are spiritual beings. Right? If you believe in Vedanta, we are already spiritual beings. But because of our ignorance, because of our many lives of material pursuits, of lives of doing bad karma, our self is blinded and we think we are only this physical body and mind. No, what needs to be done You will never have time for meditation, for breathing exercises if you are busy in life, in material pursuits. You may be a student, you may be working in a job, or you are a business person, whatever you are doing. You are too busy. So the need is that you spiritualize your life, divinize your life. That is what the great Vivekananda asked people to do that. Divinize every moment of your life. Spiritualize every moment of your life. What does it mean? When I say spiritualize or divinize every moment of your life, what do I mean? I mean that all the time, from morning till night, you keep a part of your mind focused on your true self, focused on the truth that you are pure consciousness. You are neither this body nor mind. Even if you do not realize yet, okay, but believe in what our sages say, what our scriptures say, what Bhagavad Gita says, what Upanishads say. Believe in those. Have faith. So keep your mind, a part of your mind, focused throughout the day that you are not this physical body and mind. You are pure consciousness, witness consciousness, which never dies, which is going to remain even after death of this physical body. That is the first step in spiritualizing every moment of your life. In whatever you are doing, in whatever mood you are, in whatever situation you are. It could be a happy moment, it could be a sad moment, but part of your mind is all the time focused that you are that. You are Brahman. Yes, you are. Our Vedas are not telling us lies. Tat tvam masi, aham brahmasmi. Right? Then, whatever you do, see, whether it supports your spiritual development or not. So that will help you to avoid bad karma. Whatever you are doing, is it going to harm other people or help other people? And the golden rule, as given by the great Tibetan Lama Lobsang Rampa, do as you would be done by. Do towards others what you expect from them towards you, what they should do to you. Do that to them, to everyone. You don't want that anybody should harm you, so don't harm others in any way. If you are acquainted with some people who are not compatible with your way of life, okay, fine, try to cut off, right? If not fully, partly, right? But don't ever think harm even to your people, even to persons with whom you are not compatible. Wish them well, right? But keep your ways separate if possible, so that they are unable to interfere in your life, right? But never think bad about them. Wish them well. Your thoughts towards others do matter a lot. So you can spiritualize every moment of your life by these simple pointers which I am telling you, simple tips. right? Whatever you do, just think over it. Is it going to help you develop spiritually, or is it going to put you back? Don't do anything for some money or some other benefit, anything which is going to harm you, which is going to spoil your reputation. Even if other people don't know, you know it. Everything is being recorded on the Akashic record. And after death of this physical body, you will have to face that. Right? Even if nobody is looking, whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking, everything is being recorded. So be concerned about this invisible record. Right? Now I meet many people and they say that I'm searching for a true master, a guru. I'm unable to find a guru. I want to do spiritual development, but I'm not getting a guru. I'm not getting a master. You don't have to. You don't have to put your efforts in searching a guru for your spiritual development. A guru will appear in any form. It could be in the form of a book, it could be in the form of any inspiration, it could be in the form of a friend, it could be an astral being while you are sleeping and doing astral traveling. Because every one of us during sleep does astral traveling, goes to the astral planes. So there, if you are ready, if it is required, then the astral forces, they know, astral powers, they know. So you can have guru on the astral planes even. So don't waste your time in searching for a guru, in searching for a master. So much information is available, but are you ready to get that? That is the main thing. So focus on your own self, whether you are receptive, whether you are ready to have the revelation of the greater truth. If you are, then nature will definitely reveal truth. Even a guru will appear out of blue. It has happened in many cases. There are so many stories. Because your over self and other greater powers, divine powers, they know every moment of your life. They can read your thoughts. They know what is required. And if you are ready, a guru will appear in any form. So don't bother about that. Don't waste your time in searching for a guru. Right? Now, you must have heard, or you can read in this book, wonderful book written by Paramahansa Yogananda ji, Autobiography of a Yogi. In this book, he has mentioned about the great divine being living in the Himalayas. Even at present, he is known as Mahavatar Babaji. And Mahavatar Babaji, with a group of his disciples, he is in the Himalaya. And he is a Mahavatar, not only avatar but Mahavatar. He is there in the Himalayas, as people say, for last 1500 or 2000 years. And he always looks like a young person, because he is not born person. He is a divine being. And only those whom Babaji wants, they can see him. Now once a person went in search of Babaji, he heard it or read it somewhere, and he said that I want to join Babaji's group. So he went in the Himalayas, spent many months climbing many difficult hills, and one day he was lucky. He just reached the place where Babaji was sitting with his group of disciples, and he looked at Babaji. Babaji looked at him, and he said, "Babaji, accept me as your disciple. I have come here with difficulty. I spent many months in search of you, and now you please accept me as your disciple." Babaji was just staring at him without any emotion, didn't pay any attention, didn't say anything. And then that person said, "If you do not accept me, then I will end my life." Babaji said that I cannot accept you in your this present state of development. He said that then I will jump from here and end my life. Babaji said, "Then jump." And that person instantly jumped, didn't even think. And then Babaji sent 2 or 3 of his disciples, "Go, bring him." They brought him in that dismantled form. He was dead. Babaji revived him, and he was fully okay, gave him new life. And then Babaji accepted him as a disciple. Now see, it was a test. He said, "I will jump." Now we also promise so many things, but we don't do. When the moment comes, we are fearful. So Babaji was testing him. Ending your life is not easy. Babaji said, "Then jump." And he jumped instantly. So that means he was ready even to give his life for that. So Babaji accepted him. Are you ready in this sense? If you are, then you don't have to search for a guru. Guru will come to you. So prepare yourself. Be more receptive. And for that, you need to do breathing exercises. You need to do meditation. And you need to spiritualize every moment of your life, from morning till night. And at night, before sleep, it is very important, because see what happens. You need to understand that while you are sleeping, your conscious mind is not working, but your subconscious mind is operative all the time. It doesn't sleep. It is looking after essential functions of your life, of your body, even during your sleep. Right? So give suggestions. Sit in silence before going to bed at night. Somewhere alone, sit in silence and give suggestions. Tell your subconscious mind what you want to do, what sort of development you want, what are the difficulties which you are facing in your path to self-realization. And if you have faith, it does work. See, you must have heard many wise people say, "Sleep over your problem." By that means, think about what is troubling you, what is causing obstacle in your path towards truth, and your subconscious mind will definitely help. With practice, sometime during the day, it may happen the next day or a couple of days after, you will get answer, you will get inspiration, and you will be able to overcome whatever was troubling you, whatever was causing obstacles in your life towards spiritual development. It does work. So my dear friends, greater freedom, greater bliss is possible right now, here and right now. But are you prepared? The accumulated bad karma from previous lives may be the obstacle, but it can be overcome. You need determination, willpower. If you have that willpower, nothing can stop you. And you can realize the Vedic truth that you are the master of your destiny. Yes, believe it. If I can do, if many people can do, why can't you do? Why you are living like a slave? Then you are the master of your destiny. Whatever happened in the past, forget that. All future is there before you. And this is the moment. Nowadays you hear mindfulness. What is that? Giving attention to this present moment, which can turn your life. Because this moment is when you are free from your past and the future doesn't come yet. So this present moment is the moment when you can transform, when you can plan what you want to do. So overcome the difficulties. 99.999, I can go on, % of your problems are self-created, either in this life or coming from back as a backlog from previous lives. But you can. Vedas say Tattvamasi, they are not telling lies. I hope this video will help you, inspire you to realize your true self and start from right now. Transform yourself. Thank you for watching.